Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining us. We're going to work on a little bit of ephemera today again. Just going to keep on playing with our stuff. I was thinking about some of the printing off the rest of those pages from Seven Plaza's freebies and seeing about making possibly a document style type journal out of them. I don't know, but I was very tempted about doing that. I'm wanting to do that. I think that would be pretty. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I need to trim this edge up here just a wee bit. But yeah, that's kind of what I think I might wind up doing over the weekend is printing those out. The rest of them, getting those ready. But I don't know when I'll start on the journal. I probably won't start on it for a little bit. That was just a few jagged edges. Now I'm fine with these bits here, but that was it was the actual paper was ripped. So I think I may try to do a few journal cards today. And cut it at I like them like around 4 to 4.5 inches. That is the length of my journal cards, or the width of it, I should say. And then this is going to be around 3.5. That'll be a good size for a tag. So I'm taking cut that at 6 inches. And I need to glue this because, you know, this is some of that stuff that I made with that goodness gracious, did you see that? With that glue, the Oohoo mess. None, yeah. So I'm gonna just take these and cut them all in six inches. I do have a few pockets that I was wanting to do as well. There's one that I was thinking about doing. I think we're going to do it first, though. I just wanted to get this and cut it. Get the pieces on it glued that needed to be glued. And then we'll move to, we'll get those out in a minute. So we'll make us a few journal cards. We'll make a few 3.5 inch tags. We'll fix those up here in just a second. And all of those are on cream cardstock. Now, what I was sitting here thinking about last night was coming up with something that I don't know if it's going to be called a tip in, a flip out, or what. But I'm going to take my bigger pieces and not cut them. And these book pages are 4 and about 7/8. And they are right at, well, right around 5 7/8 wide. So this is a bigger book. So let me see, where is it at? Here it is. So the actual book pages of this book are 6 inches wide by 9.5 tall. And that was a French book. So that's the full-size measurement, if you're wondering. So I'm just going to take these and I'm going to line them up like we have been. I'm going to go down 1 inch and I'm going to line them up. I'm going to put pockets. And then over here where the words are is where my pocket is going to end. But all of this extra I'm going to keep, and I'm going to glue it together with the other pages and make it a flip. If I didn't mess that up. And we're going to try to make this a flip, hopefully. So what I'm wanting to do. So it's going to be like a book page stack pockets, whole page flip out. I know. Just some of the things, you know, you sit here at night and you're like, ooh, that would be neat. I wonder if I could do that. So we're going to try it today and see. Why not? We ain't got nothing else better to do. You know what I'm saying? Besides make a mess with glue on her table. So let's just see what we can come up with here. Now these probably need to be glued a little bit better on the back. And I did fill my glue up last night, because it was getting a little bit low. Alright, so I'm hoping this is going to work, y'all. And I'm going to go down an inch from the top. And like I said, I'm going to, oh, daggone it. An inch from the top, lady. Listen to yourself. Let's see, I put glue there where it didn't need to go again. But I'm thinking this is going to work. So we'll line them up. I think it's going to work, y'all. So basically all of this side over here is going to be glued together. And then on the back, we'll put a piece of paper where you can write on it. But this is going to be folded. From the words over, it's going to be folded, and we'll glue it in our book. We'll glue it to a page. I'm hoping this works. I think it will. I don't see why it wouldn't. And I think I come up with that we needed to do 5 pockets. Or, yeah, 5 pockets on it. Alrighty. It may be better if I just take and smooth that glue out. Use my finger spreader. Then maybe it wouldn't ooze out the sides so much. So this is the first time attempting to make this, so it's taking me just a second, so I'm sorry about that. So we're going to keep in mind, you know, that our pages are 8.5 tall. So I think it's going to work out good. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So see, and then it is right at a little bit over 8.5. So, and that's fine. We're just going to flip it over. Make sure we get the glue off of the back piece. Get the glue off of our disc. So now my thinking is that we can take and cover this with a piece of paper that you can write on and have it a journaling spot. Okay, so now I need to lay this back over and measure again. All right, so that is, and where's the last pocket at? It's up here. Oh, so we got plenty of room we can cut off of that. Right? Yeah. Okay, so I want to cut it right here. Yeah, that'll leave us plenty of room. Okay. So I'm cutting it down to 8 inches is what I'm doing. We'll keep that to stamp on or what have you. Alright, so now this is the only thing that's going to cause this to not work. Is I think I'm going to have to score that, and that's going to be difficult. So let's get our scoreboard over here. I just want to score it up to where the words are, is what I'm wanting to do. I think I can do that. So I'm just going to start right here. So that's 5.5. So we need to cut 1/2 inch off over here. Whew, sorry, I was trying to sneeze and trying to hold it at the same time. Alright, that is... Just turn it this way and make it easier on yourself. Quit trying to fool with it. No, if I do that, no, just leave it alone. Because if I do that, then it's only unglue all of them. Put it here. Score it at 5 inches and just let it go. Let's see. Are you going to work, buddy? I think it might. I'm having to fold it back and forth a little bit. Okay. Let's see, my score's way over here, but that's where my glue's at right there. I may be crazy for trying to do this, but I'm going to try it. My bone folder. It's got a little bit of heft to it that'll help bend these papers. Okie doke. So now, let's get our page. So then that's your pockets. And so this would be glued down to your page. And you could flip it out and write on it. And then it would be on your page in your journal. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that's going to work, y'all. Heck yeah, I'm happy. That is going to work. Shut up. I'm happy. So now you can hinge it. You can put it over your page and do it. But if I did that, like over the page piece. Now, of course, here we are with the hiccups. That's 20. I would put something on this side to cover that. You know, like I would do like put a pocket piece over that to cover that. But what I'm wanting to do is put it on the actual page itself. And then glue it down. Glue this part down. And then have that. Let's see, that's going to roll up. Well, you know why? Because we done all that before the glue dried. That's okay. So then that's going to be in there laid down like that. You have a pocket, 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 and a pocket. And then you flip it over. And you can write on this piece. So we just need to cover the back piece. I think that is going to work. I'm just smoothing that a little bit just so the glue dries. Okay, yeah, that's going to work good. Okay, doke. So now look, let's get us a big piece of paper to put on the back of it. Like a backing piece. I'm going to put that coffee dye on there. I think that'd be pretty. And then you can dress up the front pockets however you want. I got another one here pulled out to do the same thing with. And then I was going to do that fall stacked belly band. And then I was wanting to try to, I've got this envelope here with the papers that I've had put together for, I couldn't tell you how long. And I'm thinking I'm going to try to cover that. So that's another project I've had in the waiting for like 3 years. No lie, 3 years. That's been put in and out of every little scrap box that I've got. And I just keep moving it, putting it, moving it, putting it somewhere else. All right. So I'm just going to tear this. Just making sure where my fold's at. Because, you know, the words on the back of the paper are upside down. And we'll put that in there. We'll use that to back something else. And I'm going to put my liquid glue on there. Just because it will cover good and hold it good. And I don't have to worry about it. Because this is 32-pound printer paper, and that's, you know, a bunch of book pages glued together. It should hold it well and nothing seep out of it. If I can get a hold of it. Get my painters to work. And I'm just going to put this in the middle, centered up there the best we can. And then we got us a writing spot on the back of that flip out. Just take your glue spreader and spread your glue out from the middle of it, because, you know, all of those pockets have the rib on it, and that should work. Well, heck yeah, I'm happy with that, y'all. That is just, that's going to be awesome. Didn't mean for it, you know, to seem difficult. It's just, that's the first time I put it together, you know, not in my noggin. So we'll just take and glue all these book pages here together on the insides here, and I think that will help. Now you can take and, you know, even those book pages up. I like that it's got the torn edge on it, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to use the flat piece like that, is the torn book edge. And I think that is going to work. And so then you'll glue it to your page, and it'll just flip out like so. hopefully. I think I'm going to let it dry open, even though it's already got a fold in it. But the way that it's doing, that's going to crease up, and when you try to fold it out, it's going to like bow it up off the page. Does that make sense? And I just want to make sure all of these book pages here are glued together. So it doesn't break down. Does that make sense? I think that's going to be quite fun after it dries. Alright, so now this is French wording. So now we can play and do some bits on here and cover it up. Let's see what I want to put on there. This is from Lynn Art Studio, and it is Vintage French Journal Ephemera. So I'm thinking I would like to cut this, and it's kind of small in it. See if we can find us a big one. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, let's put the Paris on there. Is that going to work? Give me the one piece. Alright, so my pocket's up here. Put the Paris there. And then we could put us a piece of lace down the bottom of it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's cut that off of there. Scissors. Yay! Decorate time. Now this piece, these bigger pieces here, we can use those and back them and use it as ephemera in here if we would like. Because see, look, you've got a pocket here. You've got a pocket there. You've got a pocket there and a pocket there. And it'll hold pretty decent sized journal cards. Yeah, it'll hold a good 4-inch size journal card. Let's see, where are these at? These are 4.5 inch. Heck yeah, 4.5 inch journal card. And they're perfect. Yep. So yeah. Ooh, wouldn't that look pretty on these? Hush up. Put that one on that. It's a chandelier. Which way does it go? It goes that way. Knucklehead. Which way does it go? It goes with the light bulbs up to the top. That's which way it goes. Crazy. So then we can put that on that and make those to go in here. Hush, let's just make us up a whole ephemera piece. Let's just do it to it while we're sitting here playing. Why not? So I don't know if anyone else has done this, where it's like a stacked pocket book page. And I believe this would be called a flip out. Because, you know, it's going to flip out of the journal from your page. And I believe a tip in is something where, like, if you say, like, you have a shorter page and you put something on that. I think that's what it's, I'm not sure. Don't ask me. But I'm going to call this a stacked pocket book page flip out. That's what we're doing. And this may be the only thing we get done in today's video. We're going to decorate this up. We're going to fix the ephemera pieces to go in it. And I'm going to be happy with that. Because, you know, then all of your stuff's ready to go. You just glue it into your journal. I'm sorry y'all have to watch me in my sketchy scissor handling. I don't want anybody to get scared with my sketchy scissor handling here. Just my hands are, they're sore and achy, that's all. Alrighty, yeah, so see, that would be beautiful on there. I'll put this one on this. You don't even got to put it on, you know, a big journal card like that. You can back it on, you can just back it on a regular cardstock or what have you, but I want to use those since we done cut it up. And it's fairly neutral background, and you can put whatever you want to on it. That's why I'm using it. Okay, and let's see. It's not really even hand trimmers. It's just, I don't know what it is. I got to have my other hand on the back of the scissors to help me guide it to cut it. I don't understand it. No, joke. Let's see, I need to put that up because I don't think I'm going to use that at the moment. We're just going to use this from Lynn Art Studio. And look, that's pretty on a piece of 32-pound paper. That makes me mad. Because that means I wasn't paying attention when I printed my stuff. Okay, let's get her pocket back over here. So I'm going to put the Paris on here. I've got some pretty lacy bits that would be pretty underneath there. Here they are. We gotta get them out of my lace bin. Okay. Right there's what I'm going to get. And I don't know if it's lace. It may just be fabric. Who knows? I think it might just be a piece of fabric. And here's all of these pieces I thought would be good for like tag toppers. I got a coffee dime though. I don't know what she did with that. But ooh, look. This is fabric. Oh, I wished I'd inked that so you could tell the pockets apart. It's kind of hard to tell. It's all right. We can fix that. I know. It's always hindsight's 20/20. Every time I do these, I'm like, ooh, I should have inked that. So you could, at least so it would show on camera, you know, the indication of the pockets. It's a little hard for you all to be like, to see. So here we are. We're just going to do this. Then when I get done, I'll eat the whole thing. But I just want to do that so you can tell somewhat where the pockets are. So now I want to put this on here. I want to put my Paris there in the middle of that. So I got to remember that the score line is right here. So we need to be on the inside of that so it doesn't put a hindrance, oopsie, on any of my stuff. Can I tear this? Oh yes. Thank goodness it was not thick fabric, because if it was, I wouldn't have been able to tore that. Okay, so let's put you right back over there. Now I got fabric pieces every which way but loose. Okay, so, and I like that it's got the stringy bits on it. I'm fine with that. Ooh, we all love it. Okie doke, I like that. Let's put you back in here where you was at. But yeah, all of these bits and pieces in here, I was like, I need to take and ink can coffee dye these, and they would be great little tie pieces for the tops of tags and stuff. So, yep. And that's what we did. And she's like, "Are you going to use that?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah. What are you talking about? Am I going to use that? Are you kidding me? Any piece of scrappy stuff like that, you daggum right. You better keep it. What are you talking about, sis?" I was like, "Let me show you what I'm about to do with it. I'm about to put it as my tag topper bits. And put it in a pot of coffee." I'm just going to brew me a pot of coffee and put it in it. Then put it in my dehydrator, my food dehydrator. I'm going to put it in my food dehydrator after I stick it in a pot of coffee. And we're going to have some coffee dyed fabric. How awesome is that? That's how I dyed them other papers that I did. The French book pages and the doilies. I put them in the food dehydrator. I set them in there to let them air dry, because that's really the only kind of place I have to set, because it's 10 layers in it, or 10 trays that'll go in it, and it's really the only place that I had to put stuff to let it just kind of sit and air dry. And I said, shoot, why not? So then I went in there to check on it, and it wasn't quite dry, and I said, well, I'm just going to turn this dehydrator on just for an hour or so. Within 30 minutes, honey, it was dry and it was blowing it every which way. Now it's got the fan in the back of it where it circulates, so it's not a heat dry on it. So I was like, heck yeah, that's going to be perfect. Ooh, and we're going to put some blingies on her, honey. Yes, blingies, blingies, blings. Blingy, bling, blings. Do we want you? Or is that too much? Is that overkill with the pink? Of course it is, but we're going to do it anyways. I don't know about them. Let's use some different blingy blings. What have I got in here? Oh, I can put this strippy blings on there, couldn't I? Bedazzle it right on up. I don't know. I just want that strip. Let's just do that. So I got overly excited. Overly excited. That happens quite a bit when I'm overly tired. Okay, so we can go from here to here on this piece right here, because that, oh, you lost the measurement, knucklehead, to right here. I'm trying to tear this because it's on a glue string. So you kind of got to tear the glue string to get all the bling pieces on it. Okay. And of course, I did not get all the bling pieces that I needed. All right, buddy, you're going in there. Yes, you are. This is when having fat fingers is no good. Oh my goodness, just get on there like you're supposed to be already. That's not happening, Captain. And for the life of me, I can't work these daggum tweezers today. Oh my goodness. Let me see, does this thing here work? This should work. Nope, that ain't gonna work either. All right. It's gonna be Operation Left Hand here in a minute because I got them stuck to my right hand. And I don't know if you can see, but there's this little bitty piece of daggum tape on this stuff. Okay. Come here. Just go back over here. Be happy over here somewhere. Get off of my finger. Oh, bless it. Okay, so now. Oh, goodness gracious. I hope that don't look too jacked up. No, it's okay. Because see how this piece is rounded? I wanted this piece rounded, but it's a continuous piece. You see what I'm saying? So you have to piece those two pieces there together on the end. And that's what I was trying to get on there, and it had some extra pieces with it. Okay, so now let's get our ink out. This may be the Bumbly Crafter video, y'all. I don't know. But it's going to wind up being pretty. It's just taking me a second to get to it. Oh, yeah. I love that. Love it. Okay, we need to put you on with some good old Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac Fix-It. Oh, come on, buddy. And I said last night, I was like, should I fill up my Fabri-Tac bottle? Nah, I'm not going to use anything much that I'll need for Fabri-Tac. And look, here we are. When you fill up one of them, you should have filled up both of them. It's kind of the rule of thumb, ain't it? You fill up one, fill them all up. Okay. I'm kind of wanting to put another string of these up here. But heck, as much as that aggravated me and gave me a fit. You know what I mean? Should we even attempt it? Yes, ma'am. There we go. All right, here we are fighting with these little pieces again. I can get it on my finger, but then I can't get it off my finger. It don't want to leave my finger. This little bitty crystally bits. Oh, just come on. I gotta get one more right here. Put it on this side. Oh, get over there. There you go, buddy. And I wiggle them to make sure that they're down, because I mean that stuff is sticky. If you can get it on there right. Ooh wee, shut up. That is pretty. Ooh wee, I like it. Okay. I better like it as much as I've had to fool with that. I'm gonna keep that, and we'll make us a background out of that once we get done with these. We'll make us something out of that. Yeah, I better like that as long as it's took me to fool with that piece. Oh, heck yes. Can you see how pretty that is? That is just beautiful. Ooh wee, I like it. So do we want to put anything up here? We don't really need to. That there's good enough. Let's move on to something else. Alright, I'm going to fold this back. Yeah, see, that's wanting to bow up on me. So see, now we got to be careful around that edge there where those blings are. I don't know if that's going to work or not, because it keeps wanting to bow up right there. See, it keeps wanting to bubble. I'm afraid I'm going to keep on until I mess it up. Okay. I'm thinking about putting like one of these little 1, 2, 3 here. Just the little words there. I think I will. Why not? Let's do it. Journal de Paris. But that's something, you know, a little different and fun. Now you can take and you can do this and just cut the excess off. And I may have to wind up doing it and just do a one-piece flip, because the way it's acting is wanting to ripple up on me. So we'll let it dry and see if I'm gonna have to do something else to it. I hope I don't. I hope that works. And then we don't have to cut our book page down to make these. Is the only thing I was trying to do. Was something that you could do with your book pages and not have to cut it up too much. And it would be, you know, stack pockets, pretty much full-size stack pockets. And I'm just going to do these, you know, down and leave the French words. I just want to put this, you know, one of these little labels at each pocket top is what I'm wanting to do. I'm going to do this and then this one here. And I'm going to put Journal de Paris on the top. Alright, so we need a glue book page. I need to put the lid on here. Put that up. I'm just going to put this right here on the very top piece. I had it straight, then my finger slipped. Y'all see that? I'm going to put this one off to this side. Put this one over here in this little naked area. I need another one here in the middle. What? I don't know yet. I know, did I print 100 of them? It looks like I did. We need to put that right there. On there. I think that'll be skinny enough to fit too. That right there is real pretty. Will that go across one? Let's see. Yep, it sure would. But I think that's going to be too... No, it will. Let's put that on there. Then I can put it in pink and teal. See, you got to have a little versatility because there's green tilly in this. And then you can put that up there and it'll go in pink or teal. Yes, it will. And I'm thinking because my French Caroline journal I haven't done yet is pink and teals. So that would be a perfect piece to go in that. It sure would. Would it not? I believe it would. I'd like to say while I'm finishing this here up, thank y'all so much for watching my videos and putting up with my nonsense and allowing me the opportunity to explore my crafty creativity, especially in the last week or two where I've not really made a journal, you know, and I've just been working on getting ephemera made. You know, I do greatly appreciate that. And greatly appreciate the new subscribers that I've gotten while I've been doing that. That is just completely awesome. So, yeah, so I'm going to put, ooh, yes. Oh, yes. That sets it off. We got to do it now. Because I was going to put it and see what it looked like, and I didn't, you know, wasn't sure, but that needed to go there. It sure did. It sure needed to go there. All right. Okay. Lay flat, buddy. So if I can get this piece on here somewhat straight. It stuck to my finger. Did y'all see that piece stick to my finger there? And I want to move it down just a little bit so you can see the words, but you know. Oh, yes, ma'am. Shut up. That is so pretty. Okay. Yeah, that's a whole project day right there. Good gracious. So I think that is going to be my video for today. This one piece wonder. The one piece wonder for the video. I'm so sorry, y'all. But, yeah, because it took me 50 minutes to make that. Because I really wasn't sure of myself about, you know, how this was going to fold and whatnot. And that was the biggest part of messing with it, was the fold on it. And I'm still not sure, even after it dries completely, if it's going to work. And then, like I say, you know, these will be ephemera to go down in it. Heck yeah. So that's 1, 2. 1, 2. We just need to make a couple more. And we got these here. So we'll cut up some more pieces. Do that. And then we got these. We didn't even play with that. But that's okay. So let's just ink around it to finish it off. You know, while we done wasted all this time. You know what I mean? Well, we didn't waste this time. We just, this is beautiful. I love it. Now, this here is a stout piece of journaling ephemera. I mean, it is truly, truly thick. And I'm just going to go right here where those words are. I love that. So, yeah, I'll just glue that down to your page. Like that. And then once it's glued down, I'm going to hold it as best I can and see if it flips out. Yeah, it'll flip out. And you can write on it in your journal. I would probably put that down in my journal with Fabri-Tac, because the Fabri-Tac will catch and hold it good, or art glitter glue. But now when you put it down, you'll need just a smidge of wiggle room. So when you put it down, you're going to have to hold it. And then make sure that where you put it on your page, when it opens up, it doesn't pop and, you know, pop the whole page up. And then on this side, we can take and put washi down and cover that. That'll be fine. That'll be pretty. I can take washi, or I can take another piece of that material that and put it in there. I love that. Okie doke. I'm going to get off here. Thank y'all so much for letting me sit here and make, well, basically it's 5 pockets and 1 page flip, front and back. That is cool. And I didn't do any editing where I was fumbling with those things. That's what took the longest. But we'll come back tomorrow and we'll make these ephemera pieces here. I may put these on the smaller ones. I think they'll fit better on there. And then we'll put some roses or something on these, pink roses maybe. But yep, and that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's our 4 pieces of ephemera to go in it. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day, and we'll talk to y'all tomorrow.